Hello children, today I'll be telling you about contrast clauses. Contrast sentences are those in which there are two contrast clauses. The first clause tells you something and the second clause tells you something in contrast, that is something opposite to the first clause. Now I'll be telling you how to write contrast sentences using different words and phrases. Contrast sentences can be written using various words and phrases, but the most common word used is but. Like for example, he is rich but he is not happy. So here the word but has been used, and the two clauses you can see, he is rich, he is not happy. They are contrasts. Both the clauses are telling something opposite. Like he is rich but still he is not happy. So they are called contrast clauses, and they have been written by using the word but. Now in the exam you are asked mostly to write using the words although, in spite and despite. Now how will you write the sentence with although? So here when you are writing with although, you straight away start the sentence with although. You can see in the example, although he is rich, he is not happy. Now I started with although, and then after the first clause I have put a comma. Now instead of the comma you can also use the word yet with although. Like although he is rich, yet he is not happy. So the two clauses can be joined by yet also. Although and yet, they are pairs. Then instead of although you can also use the words though or even though. Then how will you write the same sentence using the phrase in spite? Now when you are writing with in spite, you can see in the example I have written in spite, then after in spite of, then after of you will be using the ing form of the verb in the first clause. Now in the first clause the verb is. So I have used the ing form of is, that is be, and I have removed the subject from the first clause. So how will you write using in spite? In spite of being rich, he is not happy. So you can see that I have removed the subject from the first clause, and then I have used the ing form of the verb in the first clause. Then when you write with despite, you write it in the same manner as you write with in spite. But here there is just one difference, and that is after despite you will not be using the word of. So how will you write? Despite being rich, he is not happy. So here also you see that in spite of, but when you write with despite, of is omitted. You will not use the word of after despite. The rest of the sentence is the same as that of in spite. And you will be using a comma after the first clause. Don't forget the comma, otherwise half a mark will be cut for that. Then the same sentence, children, can also be written by using a noun phrase after in spite or despite. Like for example, in spite of the riches or wealth he has, comma, he is not happy. So here I have used the noun phrase the riches or the wealth. So we can write using a noun phrase also after in spite. Now I'll tell you how to write sentences using other words and phrases. Now in the example you can see I have used the word notwithstanding. How do you write the sentence with that word? Notwithstanding that he is rich, comma, he is not happy. Then with the word admitting, admitting that he is rich, he is not happy. And then the next example, even if he is rich, he is not happy. So all these words, when you are writing the sentences using all these words, the meaning of the sentences is the same. They all have the same meaning, and all these words are used for writing contrast sentences. Then with nonetheless and nevertheless. He is rich, nonetheless he is not happy. So here you see, children, he is rich, and then between the two clauses I have used the phrase nonetheless. And when you are using it between the two clauses, then you will be putting a comma before and after it. Like here, he is rich, comma. Sometimes instead of the comma, you can also put a semicolon. Nonetheless, comma, he is not happy. And in the same way, you write with nevertheless also. He is rich, comma, nevertheless, comma, he is not happy. Nevertheless also is used in between the two clauses. Then with however. He is rich, however, he is not happy. So with however also you can write it in the same way as nonetheless and nevertheless sentences. But you can write it in another way also. Like in the next example, you can see I have started the sentence with however. However rich he is, comma, he is not happy. So here, children, be very careful with the order of words used in the first clause. I have started with however, and then you see the order of the words, rich he is. I have not written however he is rich. That will be completely wrong. So what is the sentence clause formation? However rich he is, comma, he is not happy. So be very careful the words that are used in the first clause. The second clause is the same. It remains the same. Then by removing however, also you can write the same sentence as like in the last example. I have started with the adjective there, rich. Rich as he is, comma, he is not happy. So here also be careful, children, when you are starting with the adjective, how you have to write the first clause. Rich as he is. And then comma. And the second clause will be the same. He is not happy. So children, these are all the different ways of writing contrast sentences using different words and phrases. Be very careful and see that you write the sentences correctly.